I am continuing in my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am continuing reading in a chronological order, according to event, not according to publication or volume, so I'm skipping around a bit as I move along. And we continue again in Revelations. We've been reading a lot of his vision here. God sitting on the throne, Christ opening the seven seals. Remember, the restoration occurs in the sixth seal, not the seventh. And then we opened the seventh seal in our last reading in chapter 8, and we read of great destructions that come. 1/3 of all life basically is destroyed in the seventh seal. Now we're going to continue reading the seventh seal, this time in chapter 9. In this video, we have a Joseph Smith translation. And what the Joseph Smith translation is, this is a translation or correction done by Joseph Smith to restore those passages that have been lost or corrupted over the years. The Revelation of John, chapter 9. And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit, as the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them it was given power, as the scorpions of the earth have power. And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of God in their foreheads. And to them it was given that they should not kill them, that they should be tormented 5 months. And their torment was as the torment of a scorpion when he striketh a man. And in those days shall men seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. And the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle, and on their heads were as it were crowns of like gold, and their faces were as the faces of men. And they had hair as the hair of women, and their teeth were as the teeth of lions. And they had breastplates, as it were breastplates of iron, and the sound of their wings was as the sound of chariots of many horses running to battle. And they had tails like unto scorpions, and there were stings in their tails, and their power was to hurt men 5 months. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon. One woe is past, and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter. Pause there a moment. This fifth angel sounding, you have the angel of the bottomless pit. It says a star fall from heaven, but that is the angel of the bottomless pit. Smoke rises out, blotting out the sun, and out of the smoke come locusts. Now look at the description of these locusts. Prepared like horses unto battle, they have hair like women, teeth like lions, breastplates of iron. The wings sounded as of many chariots running to battle, and tails like scorpions. Just consider John, living 2,000 years ago, seeing the modern day and trying to describe what he sees. Now, we really can't know exactly what he meant by all this, unless it is revealed by one who has the gift of prophecy, as John had. But just think about what this description might be. Their breastplates are like iron. These are your war machines, possibly tanks, but make the sound as of many chariots. Their wings make the sound of many chariots, so they're obviously flying. Could it be airplanes? Maybe helicopters, because of the description of having hair like a woman's hair. You have the helicopter blade spinning. And with the helicopters, they have the face of a man. The front window, the nose kind of looks like a man, but you could also possibly be seeing the reflection of the pilot. The scorpion tail, machine gun on the back. But their power is to torment men as a scorpion. Scorpion venom, when they strike you, is very painful. From what I've read, it's like feeling your blood is on fire. People are going to seek death and can't find it. Chemical warfare, mustard gas, things like this. Now, I don't know if this is exactly what John saw and what he's trying to describe, but I think we need to consider what John, or how John would have described modern technology. But let us continue now, verse 13. And the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the 4 horns of the golden altar which is before God, saying to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, Loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of men. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth and brimstone. And the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. By these 3 was the third part of men killed, by the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone, which issued out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth, and in their tails. For their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they did hurt. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of the works of their hands, that they should not worship devils, and idols of gold, and silver, and brass, and stone, and of wood, which neither can see, nor hear, nor walk. Neither repented they of their murders, nor of their sorceries, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts. So the locusts, in my opinion, as I said, consider how John would describe modern technology. The locusts appear to be either airplanes or helicopters flying, dropping chemical warfare as scorpions. But now we have the horses. They are, again, breastplates of iron, but they are spitting fire from their mouths. And their tails are like serpents. Again, machine guns to attack from the rear. Tanks blasting out the missiles or the whatever bullets tanks shoot. But when a tank fires, there's a spout of flame that comes out a couple of feet. It could also, again, be some kind of chemical warfare being thrown out. And think of the number there. 200,000 thousands. That is 200 million. These are tanks. That is a massive army. No army of this kind has ever been seen in the history of the world. 200 million. Now, I don't think those are all tanks, but I think that might be the number of soldiers in this army in the last days. Imagine this army coming at you. But now, let us take a look at a couple of Joseph Smith translations. In verse 1, a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. The correction is, and to the angel was given the key of the bottomless pit. So the star falls, but the angel that sounded the trump is the one that is given the key to the bottomless pit, not the star. Then we have in verse 11, where it says the name of the angel. We remove the words there, so it is, in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon, is just, but in the Greek tongue Apollyon. Remove those 3 unnecessary words. In verse 14, at the end there's the angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates, corrected, bound in the bottomless pit. And then finally in verse 16, in the King James it says, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000 thousands, and I heard the number of them. So with that it means somebody told him how many there were. But the correction is, and the number of the army of the horsemen 200,000, and I saw the number of them. So is this the literal number, or is this once again a figurative number? Don't really know. I kind of like to think of it as a literal number, but we leave it here. Pick it up in chapter 10 next, so I will see you there.